Good Wednesday morning, foggers. I hope everybody had a good Tuesday. As you can see, I'm back in the car studio, just taking care of stuff, and my son is training, so I'm here. And so we get the message out however it is that we can get it, right? So today, I just wanted to bring something, because I've always talked about surrender, right? And a lot of people, after I did some videos on that, were like, what exactly do you mean? And just in conversation with people, like when I told you 13 years ago, I knelt down and I asked God, look, I told God, look, I can't do this anymore, and kind of surrendered. But there's many types of surrender. Like this weekend, going to this retreat takes months of preparation and logistics and dietary restrictions for some people because of food allergies and accommodations and beds and medicines and all kinds of stuff, right? It takes months of logistical work amongst a huge team of men to get that retreat going, right? And when things don't go the way we want to in the flesh as a person, we tend to lose our mind. And as first responders, we control mostly everything, right? Like I've told you before, we get to the scene, we rope off scenes, we put flares, we get people back, we tell people what to do. And so we're very used to controlling everything around us, right? And that's not a bad thing. But what I'm trying to tell you is when things don't go your way, sometimes that is just God letting you know, hey, I'll take care of this, and that is not supposed to happen. And again, that's because where I come from in my faith. And I think that that's the backbone. We're not dealing in our profession with the normal stuff, right? Remember, I've told you we work in a world of shit. And so I understand that we're dealing with things that are not from here. Just evil and bad thoughts and negativity and darkness. And that's just, it is what it is. And if your mind is not allowing you to see that, eventually you will, just because of all the stuff that goes on. But surrender can be anything. Here in South Florida, our traffic is horrendous. There's way too many people here, and I tend to lose my shit when I'm in traffic. And sometimes I have to listen, I'll get wherever I'm going whenever I get there. Just small little incidences of surrender. It doesn't have to be like this whole thing about suicide or addictions. Little instances in our life where we can just let go and let God and allow him to do things in our life make a world of difference, because we start to get agitated, we get angry. And if you're in a bad place, like I've told you with alcohol and stuff, not being able to surrender in certain circumstances may cause you to, hey, I need a drink to take the edge off. And then we know once you go down that rabbit hole, it's a deep, dark hole. So I just wanted to cover that briefly today. Surrender means a lot of things. You don't have to be in a world of addiction. You don't have to be suicidal. You don't have to have trauma in your life. Just a little bit of surrender in your life. The kid is screaming, the house is a mess, whatever it may be. Certain little steps that we take where we address things as they come. As a first responder and a first line supervisor, one of the things we do for our testing is the in basket. And the in basket is just like a mailbox. And the key to that is to prioritize things. The things that have to be handled now that are important, we handle. The other stuff can fall by the wayside, and you get to it when you get to it. And that's a great way to live our life in general. Whatever has to be done, whatever is super important, we do it now. And if those things don't develop the way we want to, okay, we move on to the next thing. And it's a great way to do that, because sometimes we look at our picture and we're like, oh my God, I got to do like 10 things today or so many things. Prioritize things in your life and do them as they come. The important things first, and then move on. Okay? Because if not, you tend to lose your shit. So with that, just a brief message today about that, surrender and prioritizing our things that are important in our life and moving on to other things. And eventually we'll get to the stuff that's not really that important. And listen, don't be hard on yourself if you can't do what you've set out to do. Just try it again, right? We get up and we keep moving forward and never backwards, okay? So with that, thank you, okay? Happy Wednesday. It's hump day. You're almost there at the weekend. And I'm grateful for all your service. And if God allows me to, I'll be back here tomorrow, okay? God bless you, right? 3M Pub.